Joining me now is the communications director of the Democratic Party of Virginia, Emily Bolton. And Emily, a former stand-up comic. Yes, a former improv stand-up comic, a very talented young lady, writes the best emails, always makes me laugh. Emily, you guys have done a great job here.
Thanks. That's what we're all about, putting on a good show, an event for our delegates that they will remember for years to come. So we're happy to be here.
Well, I tell you what, there's a lot of enthusiasm. I went to the reception you invited me to last night, and a lot of excited people about Tim Kaine, obviously, a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of fun. I was comparing it earlier to Cleveland where, in my delegation, there was still such strife battles going on. It was, you'd have a little fun, and then you'd have to be figuring out what the other side was scheming to do. You'd have to figure that out. I mean, I don't have any of that here. A lot of people really excited about the Clinton-Kaine ticket.
That's an astute observation, John. I think there is a ton of excitement here in Virginia. There's a ton of excitement for the Clinton-Kaine ticket. There's a ton of excitement for the rest of our elected officials who have come to spend time with our delegation. And everybody is really enjoying themselves. I think that's what it's all about. It's all about getting together with your party people, talking about the issues that matter to you, and spending time with one another.
So I know you've got a lot going on and only a couple more minutes. Who are the main speakers today at your breakfast?
Well, today we have the best governor in the entire country, Governor McAuliffe. We have special guest Allison Lunger Grimes, who ran for Senate against Mitch McConnell.
In Kentucky. And she's like the Attorney General or something, right?
She is the Secretary of State now.
Secretary of State, right.
So we're thrilled to have her here. We have our wonderful Congressman Bobby Scott. And that rounds out our speaking program for today. And we're going to have great speakers every day this week.
Now, when is the vice presidential candidate going to be speaking?
We will see. We will see. But I think that we are going to have our delegation and a lot of Virginia folks. So I'll get back to you on that.
What about Senator Warner? Is he going to be here?
Yes, he's going to be here. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we look forward to that. Well, you're doing a fine job here, and I want to thank you for setting us up. Everything is fabulous. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming out.
And keep sending out those emails. Thank you, Emily. Thank you so much. Emily sends the best emails out. They're so funny because she was a stand-up comic, right? So when you were a stand-up comedian, well, I guess you got a sense of humor. Thanks, Emily. Nice job. And joining us now is Shaun Brown, and Shaun is the Democratic candidate for Congress running in the 2nd District. She'll be squaring off with Scott Taylor, who upset Randy Forbes, as I predicted, by 12, and he won by how many? 12. I'm right again. It's tough to be right so much. But, Shaun, good to have you with us.
Thank you, John.
Now, am I saying your name right?
Yes, you are.
Shaun Brown. Okay. Shaun, come in a little closer to the mic because got a lot of background noise, if you would. Now, Shaun, you're running for Congress in the 2nd District. Did you think you would be running against Scott Taylor, or do you think you'd be running against Randy Forbes?
Well, I had some of my supporters said, take a look, watch out, it might be Scott. So, we were just glad that I have an opponent now that, we know something about, Scott. I had an opportunity to meet him last week in person, and, he seems to be a great guy. And so we're looking forward to the race.
It should be a good race. Now, what inspired you, Shaun, to get in this race? I mean, the 2nd District was competitive. Now with the new redistricting, it's like Republican +5 or something, right? Something like that. I'm not sure the exact number. So what inspired Shaun Brown to get in this race?
Well, I had to tell you, it really always does come down to the people. Some of the Bernie supporters, I was inspired by Bernie, and some of the Bernie supporters said, look, we have opportunity here to do some good things for the people in the 2nd. So I was really inspired by Bernie's race and the desire to really kind of level the playing field for everybody.
Good for you. You know what? So you're inspired by Bernie Sanders. I like Bernie Sanders. I had him on my show 3 times as a presidential candidate, and he's got a sense of humor that nobody saw on the campaign. That was one of the biggest misnomers, because he's, looks like very serious. But when I hung with him at his hotel in Des Moines, he's a funny guy. He really is funny. Now, as a Sanders supporter, I mean, look, what do you think of these emails? I mean, you got to be mad about this.
Whoa, it's a lot going on. I mean, I'm running to level the playing field in the 2nd district, and then I'm seeing what's happening in the DNC. So I know we're going to pull it all together, but it's a little disheartening. Many of us work hard. I'm a Bernie national delegate, and we were riding up on the bus yesterday, and we were singing songs, and we are family, and the Bernie delegates and the Hillary delegates, and we're looking at our texts saying that the chair was going to step down and what was going on. So, it's a lot. This is kind of a interesting season to be running for public office. So, you never know what's going to happen. But in the end, Democrats will prevail. We will win. And, I know that we have a Big Ten, and we're just forming a coalition. I mean, Bernie put together one of the most important coalitions in the last 100 years in the United States. And, we're here to fight for Bernie and work for Bernie. But most importantly, we're here to kind of be a bridge to those who are concerned about $15 minimum wage like I am, income inequality, students who, like myself, I was a student up at Brown University, and then I went overseas to school, and it is about making sure that college tuition is affordable, if not free. I'm one of the proponents of having not just community college, but public universities tuition free, and obviously with a number of our historical black colleges, we have to make sure that we are able to kind of also support the historically black schools. But it's good. I'm glad to be here at the convention. It's a lot of folks. Everybody is getting along, and it's going well.
So Shaun Brown, running for Congress as a Democrat, 2nd district. She is the nominee. That race will be decided in November. It'll be Scott Taylor, Republican, versus Shaun Brown, Democrat. Shaun is an underdog in this race. So, Shaun, looking at these emails, I mean, Bernie Sanders said for a long time, the whole thing's rigged. And he had accused Debbie Wasserman Schultz of being part of the rigging of the system here. Now that these emails came out, I mean, isn't there a level of vindication here for Bernie and what he said?
I really think so. I think that, again, I'm running in the 2nd district. I have a platform of people power, because we need energy independence, and especially for our military, the planet, and justice. And so we must have a level playing field here in the Democratic National Convention. You can't have one set of rules one place and another set of rules another place. I'm looking forward to having an opportunity to see and talk with and meet Bernie today. And yes, people know, especially people in the 2nd district who, came up to me during the time we were getting our petitions. The system is rigged. The system is such that we have to make sure, and this is the point of my campaign Rise Together, we have to make sure that we don't leave anybody behind. And it is all about building those coalitions. We're going to do it. We're doing it here. It's going well. And, finally, for those who have not been as involved in politics, people do have an opportunity to see, how things work now.
Shaun, I want to thank you for your time
today.
So much. We're with Shaun Brown. She is the Democratic candidate for Congress in the 2nd district in Virginia, running against Scott Taylor. For more information, you can go to ShaunBrownForCongress.org. ShaunBrownForCongress.org. Shaun, thanks for being with us. Keep fighting the good fight.
Thank you.
Tell Bernie Sanders he got screwed, will you?
Thank you, John.
Nice to have you with us.